Kremlin never denied having special forces in Syria. This is the first time we've seen their notorious Spetsnaz. Russian state television broadcast these extraordinary images at the weekend, including of this missile strike and what they say was a rebel convoy. Russian narrator says the targets include jihadi fighters from former Soviet states, neutralised is the word used, to prevent them from returning home, justifying Russia's military role in Syria. Such is the secrecy of the operations, says this man described as a special forces soldier, that even our wives don't know where we've been. Islamic State pays big money, he tells a Russian state TV reporter, to find out who we are. Kremlin says this fight against terrorism in Syria should be shared with the United States. No mention of the civilians trapped with no way out of the humanitarian crisis. Up until now, that idea of a shared fight with the Kremlin has been pretty much dismissed. The humanitarian toll of Russian airstrikes and its strong backing of a despised Syrian president placed Moscow and Washington on opposite sides of the conflict. But that was before the election of Donald Trump and his choice of Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State. They're both seen as much more sympathetic to the Russian view. And although the Kremlin tells CNN it's not expecting a sudden change in US policy on Syria, it says it is hopeful of more dialogue and cooperation. It's unclear what form that cooperation may take, but as the Kremlin now actively promotes the work of its special forces in Syria, it knows the killing of jihadis is one area President-elect Trump may be keen to support. Matthew Chance, CNN Moscow.
الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. الإخوة والأخوات أعضاء مجلس الشورى، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بفضل الله نفتتح أعمال السنة الأولى من الدورة السابعة لمجلس الشورى. سألنا الله سبحانه أن يوفقنا لخدمة الدين ثم الوطن والمواطن. مقدرا للمجلس أعماله وجهوده المشكورة، متمنى لكم في دورة الجديدة التوفيق والسداد. لقد قامت دولتكم على كتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم، وسخرت إمكاناتها لحماية أمن الدولة والمجتمع وخدمة الحرمين الشريفين وقاصديها وتقديم أفضل الخدمات للمواطن. واليوم والحمد لله تسير بلادكم بخطى راسخة نحو التكيف مع المستجدات والتعامل مع التحديات بإرادة صلبة للمحافظة على ما تحقق من إنجازات وعلى مكانة المملكة من الأمم ودورها الفاعل إقليميا ودوليا. أيها الأخوة والأخوات، إن دولتكم دولة الإسلام، الدين القويم الذي نزل على رسول البشرية محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، دين الوسطية والتسامح نعمل به ونسعى لتطبيقه على ما كان عليه الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم والخلفاء الراشدون من بعده رضي الله عنهم، فهو قدوتنا ومثلنا الأعلى. وسوف نواجه كل من يدعو للتطرف أو الغلو امتثالا.
with the hundreds of calls we've had asking to come to this meeting.
Donald Trump hosting some of the biggest names in the tech industry Wednesday, including Amazon's Jeff Bezos, Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg, and Apple CEO Tim Cook. On the campaign trail, Trump had harsh words for several of the companies represented at the meeting.
Boycott Apple.
But Wednesday, a remarkably different tone from Trump.
Anything we can do to help this go along, and we're going to be there for you.
The group discussed three main topics: China, immigration, and jobs. That last one, a big theme in Trump's campaign.
Companies like Apple and others will start making their computers and iPhones in our country.
Doing that, analysts say, could double the price of an iPhone and isn't likely to happen. Notably not represented at the meeting, one of Trump's favorite platforms, Twitter. RNC Communications Director Sean Spicer pushing back against questions over the snub.
If you want to figure out who didn't get invited, we can start quibbling about all of the other tech executives.
But a source familiar with the matter said it was Spicer who bounced Twitter from the meeting for not letting Trump's campaign make an emoji for the hashtag #CrookedHillary. No Twitter, but Trump's 3 children were at the meeting. Their closeness with the transition and Trump's plan to entrust his sons with his business, raising major conflict of interest concerns. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
The economy is proven to be remarkably resilient, so it is a vote of confidence in the economy.
With economic growth steady and an unemployment rate that continues to fall, the Federal Reserve announced Wednesday it is raising interest rates. It's only the second time in the last decade the rates have been raised. The Fed originally slashed rates to 0 in 2008 during the financial crisis and didn't raise them until 2015. The market closed a little lower today following the announcement, and though the rate increase is small, 0.25%, the impact will likely affect millions of Americans. If you're a saver but are tired of not seeing that bank account grow, this is good news for you. An increase in the interest rate means more interest earned by your savings accounts, slowly but surely. For those looking to purchase big-ticket items, this increase will make borrowing money a little more expensive and possibly a little bit harder. But don't panic. A rate hike by the Fed does not guarantee that mortgage rates will rise. Though they jumped following the election at 4.1%, they are still very low. President-elect Trump was very critical of the super low interest rates during the campaign.
The Fed is doing political by keeping the interest rates at this level. And believe me, when they raise interest rates, you're going to see some very bad things happen.
He will soon have the burden of growing the economy with a now slightly higher interest rate. I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
The Cuban regime never is going to be a friend of U.S. Never is going to be a friend of the democratic world. They are following always the same objective, to keep the power. And they are going to use all the resources that they have to do that. Who are their friends also? Then I think that the main point here is to be focused in that we need a change, a real change, a regime change in Cuba.
Right up here in the sun, sir. Hello, guys. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to catch up with General Landrum on some stuff. I follow very, very closely every day what you're doing. We are just checking signals with the general here, and his wife also. I appreciate being out here. Thank you. Our Italian hosts, above all, thank you very much. Yep, and this is my better half right here, Stephanie. The first thing to you all is it's holiday time, and so holiday time is family time, and that's a particular time when we as a DoD family recognize our own personal families, but also the fact that we're all part of one big family. Steph can't travel with me very often because she works, but she's come with me this time just so you can take it from our family and really, you know, from the whole DoD family that I lead to your family. Thanks for being here. What you're doing is the noblest thing you can do with your life, which is protect our people and give our children a better world. And that's what you do, and that's a really great feeling to be part of every day. I know it's hard work, and I know we put you through a lot, and General Landrum and I are just talking about all the things that you're supporting here, and I'd like to tell you it's essential. So you're doing something really important, and hard as it is, I hope you feel the satisfaction of that. It's a nice thing to wake up in the morning and first of all be part of this big family, and second of all be devoted to this incredibly important mission. You are right here, right now, a critical part
تیتر روزنامه‌ها رو وقتی در ترکیه نگاه کنیم تنها در یک جمله میتوان آنها را خلاصه کرد: مرثیه‌ای برای حلب. تقریبا تمامی روزنامه‌ها در ترکیه صفحات نخست خودشان را به وقایع حلب اختصاص دادند، مثل این یکی، روزنامه ملت، که نوشته حلب مرد. شاید تنها خبری که کمی رنگ و لعابی از امید دارد موضوع باز شدن یک کریدور انسانی برای غیر نظامیان در حلب است، آنطور که روزنامه خبر ترک اشاره می کند. خبر ترک می نویسد با تلاش ترکیه کریدور انسانی در حلب باز شد. حلب نفسی تازه گرفت. روزنامه حریت هم البته به نقش مشترک روسیه و ترکیه در باز شدن این کریدور انسانی اشاره می کند. و اما روزنامه سبا می نویسد که صدای سلاح‌ها در حلب خاموش شد، اشاره این روزنامه به تلاش دولت ترکیه برای برقراری آتش بس است. در واقع در ترکیه اغلب رسانه‌ها و افکار عمومی این امتیاز رو برای خودشون قائل هستند که آتش بس حلب با تلاش و پادرمیانی ترکیه ایجاد شده. روزنامه سبا همینطور نوشته اردوغان از سازمان ملل متحد درخواست کرده در مورد حلب تشکیل جلسه بده. یعنی شفق هم نوشته ایران و روسیه به کشتار مردم محاصره شده در حلب ادامه میدن. اما روزنامه جمهوریت شاید از معدود روزنامه‌هایی بود که موضوع متفاوت تری رو دنبال می‌کرد. تیتر درشت این روزنامه رکورد شرم‌آور بود. اشاره به گزارش اخیر سازمان گزارشگران بدون مرز که در آن ترکیه به عنوان بزرگترین زندان روزنامه‌نگاران در جهان معرفی شد. تلویزیون دولتی ترکیه سخنان آقای چاوشوغلو وزیر خارجه این کشور را منتشر کرد. چاوشوغلو که از نقض آتش بس در حلب ناراحت بود گفت رژیم سوریه و برخی از قدرت‌ها سعی می‌کنند که از آتش بس جلوگیری بکنند. او گفته توافق مشخصی در این زمینه به دست آمد، حتی اتوبوس‌ها فرستاده شد، اما ما فقط دیدیم که اسد و برخی از گروه‌ها از این اقدام جلوگیری کردند. او گفت ما به عنوان ترکیه هرچه در توان داشته باشیم انجام خواهیم داد و این توافق باید ادامه بیابد. همینطور خبرگزاری دولتی ترکیه به تماس تلفنی آقای چاوشوغلو با محمد جواد ظریف وزیر امور خارجه ایران اشاره کرده و به نقل از آقای چاوشوغلو خبر داده که مقامات سه کشور ایران، روسیه و ترکیه 27 دسامبر در مسکو جلسه ای رو در مورد حلب و شرایط تداوم آتش بس برگزار خواهند کرد. خبرگزاری دولتی ترکیه به تماس تلفنی جان کری وزیر امور خارجه امریکا با آقای چاوشوغلو هم اشاره کرده که باز هم پیرامون تحولات حلب و مسئله آتش بس بود.